Another important point in management is that let me just deactivate the links first from here, and then from the item tools I'll deactivate the move as well. So in the management part, as you may remember, in our BEP we've said based on the characteristics or the classifications that the pipes that we want to manage and control have, we can use coloring and coloring patterns. We can do the same ordeal in the Navisworks as well. For example, the sewage pipes that we've created as sets as well. So in all, when we create sets for our items, it makes our work much easier, such as here. So we have an option here that says Appearance Profiler, which opens up a window such as here. Now here, based on the classifications and the properties, we can look for them. But if we search by sets, it's just easier. So I'll select the sanitary, and for the color, let's go with this green. And then I'll click on Add. Then Run, and the changes have been made. Or for example, the columns we can turn blue by selecting and hitting Run. For the framings and the beams, we can select this orange color and hit Run. And we can specify a transparency degree as well. For example, let's go with 30 for framings and hit Run, which has this effect. So for the structural columns, let's put 30 in transparency once again, and then update and run, and there we go. And then I'll close it. So basically that's how we can control the coloring of the items. For example, we can do the same with other items such as ducts, and let's just give a short demonstration here. Let's select this duct, and then we can open up the properties window, and then we'll go over here to the element properties tab. All right, go over to Revit type. All right, so let's select this piece of the ducts, and all right, this one's good. And then copy value on the category. So remember, this was in Revit type tab. So I'll go to the find items window and select the MEP. And from the category, I'll select elements. Let me just open this up so we can see it easier. Then for the property item, we're going to go with Revit type. We'll just have to go through the menu. Let's see if we have it here. So R, all right. So we'll have to change the category. Or we can find another property under the category of elements. Let's first go over to the element properties in the properties window, and the service name type that we have here, let's copy it, and then let's see if we can find it on the under the properties or not. So I put an S, and all right, instead of that, let's go with geometry for the category and see if we can find it here. And here where we have the three dots, if you click on it, you can find additional items as well. And all right, we have the Revit type under category itself. Now let's go back to the Revit type tab and copy the value of category. Let's see if we have it in the list here or not. All right, so it's not here. We probably need to go higher up. All right, so it's right here, and under condition we'll put an equals, and then I'll open up the field and increase the size of it under the value. And since we had two categories on the property, let's select the other one. Let's see if we can work it with this one. All right, it's not here, so we have to go with the previous one. Control V, and then we'll hit find to see what we have. All right, and now it found all of the ducts that we have in the plan. Alright, so I'll add the set over here and I'll name it ME dash MEP fabrication ductwork. There we go. Now we don't need the MEP, we can just delete that, and then I'll hit enter. And now if we go over to the appearance and hit refresh, we can see it's added in the sets. And you can change the coloring of it based on your preference. Then add and run. And that's how you can manage your project. But just remember that the color that you assign here is based on BEP. Because the BEP as a standard has been defined for the project beforehand, and the project that you're working on is not something that gets done in just a mere week. From the first day of the job till your delivery, you're going to be working on the project. So whenever you come across these colors, you'll know what they identify. So I'll select this fabrication ductwork and put the transparency on 0 and update. Then run, and there we go. And the use of these colorings can give us a better outlook and a better understanding of the project, and it can ultimately help us to manage it much easier. And alright, and the other important point that we have to discuss here is in the analysis of the plans. Now this is done in the third person point of view. So in the plan here, for example, I'll zoom in on this point, and from under the viewpoint tab, I'll open up the realism option and select the third person. Then we get a character over here. Now this character operates on walking, so we'll have to select the walk from the menu. And here for the navigation of it, we can select the full navigation option, and then I can bring it up using the up button. So when you select the walk option here under the realism, the collision, the gravity, and the crouch options are activated automatically. Collision means it stops when it has an impact with the surfaces and it doesn't go through. And gravity means it sticks to the surfaces. The crouch option comes in handy when you have structures like these, when the character needs to crouch to go through the structure. So I can move the character such as this, and I can go up the stairs as you can see here. Now this is the same crouch that we used, and you can see how it stops us from going to the duct itself. And this way we can get a better view of the project. Now from this viewpoint, we can see the height that I've selected for this part is too much. So I can open up the edit viewpoint window. Now for the viewer, we have these settings over here, the radius, the height, and the eye offset. Now the height is set on 1.8 itself already. It's fine, we'll keep it on that for now. Then we'll have the radius on 0.3, and I'll put the distance on 2 meters. Then I'll hit OK. Alright, so once again we'll go over here and open up the viewpoint and the collision settings and put the avatar on human 2, for example. We changes our avatar as in here. And we can change the characters throughout the project, such as we just did here. I'll go with this right now,